State of Play? Covered. Cult of the Lamb DLC? Joelle's on it. Cozy fishing vibes? Leah's locked in. And Heroic Franchises is about to shake up some gaming legacies. Let's go.
Get ready for the Girls on Games podcast, your weekly dose of news, reviews, and everything video games. Always served with a good helping of hype and just a pinch of salt. And now, your host, Leah.
Hello and welcome to another Girls on Games podcast. My name is Leah. I'm the host of this show. This is episode number 529. And joining me around this digital table is Catherine. Hello.
Hello.
And Joelle, what's up?
Hello. Oh, you know, puppy snuggles, puppy bites, puppy. Puppy pee? Puppy pee. All that.
Everything puppy. All right, let's get through some housekeeping before we get into the crew check-in. If you enjoy this show, you can subscribe and have it automatically downloaded all the time. It's available on Apple Podcasts, YouTube Music, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and Podbean. If you'd like to give us a tip, maybe buy us a coffee, you can do that by going to our Ko-fi, ko-fi.com/girlsongames. Ladies, I had a heck of a week. I hope you had a calmer week. Kat, you were on vacation, correct?
Oh, yes. It was my faceplant vacation where I just faceplant for 5 days.
You didn't faceplant too hard because I saw some photos of you skating on the canal.
Yeah. So I spent like 5 days at home and I mostly played Baldur's Gate 3 and did a bit of, stuff around the house I've been putting off. But yeah, my friend Uva texted me and she was like, I have a presentation in Ottawa Friday morning. And our high school friend Alex is available to host us, and the weather is going to be banging, and the canal is open, and we could go skating and we could go snowshoeing and stuff. And I was like, heck yes. So I took the train on Friday night because, of course, they were working all day. I was off. So I took the train on Friday night. We had dinner with another high school friend, Martin, which I hadn't seen since like our 20-year reunion. I was like, oh my God, I love this guy. And then we passed out at our friend's place. On Saturday, we did the afternoon on the canal. Everybody and their mother was there because the weather was so good. And Rideau Canal is like, it's an actual like canal with like locks that they drain to turn into a skating way. And if you do from, let's say, Byron Market all the way to Dow's Lake and back, it's something like 14 kilometers. It's the longest outdoor skateway in the world.
Wow.
However, for the past 5 years, it's been hard for us to get on it because the winters have been so mild that it freezes for 5 days. But this year, we've had a real winter, like a 90s winter, started to get cold in October, snowed in November. So the canal opened around Christmas for the first time in decades. So we were excited. But of course, it was the Family Day long weekend in Ontario.
Oh, right.
And the last weekend of Winterlude.
Oh, so you had everybody out there trying to skate at the same time.
Exactly. And my friends hadn't skated in a good 10 years. So we made it just before the halfway point because they do mark the kilometers, right? So near the National Art Center is 0. We went all the way to 3.5 and then came back. And there's a stop around Concord Street where we got the traditional beaver tail, of course.
Of course.
Which is flat fried dough, and then you put cinnamon sugar, and I like the lemon wedge on top as well.
Oh my God, it's so good.
Yeah. So we did that and a hot apple cider.
Oh my God.
Yum.
Speaking my language.
Yeah. So we carved up, get some sugar so we could skate back all the way. And of course, by the way, all of that is free. Access to the canal is free. You only have to pay, of course, for the food, the standees, whatever, but you only have to pay if you need to rent equipment.
Okay.
But we're Canadians, so if you show up with like your skates, you put on your skate and you skate. And we didn't even pay for parking because we found street parking.
Oh,
That's
clutch.
Yeah, because
It's hard to come by in Ottawa.
Yeah, because, like my friend who's from, that area, she was like, oh, we should park somewhere because she lives on the Quebec side. So she was like, we should go downtown and then there's like bus shuttles and we should take the shuttle. And my friend was like, let's just go in Ottawa and I'll find parking. I'll pay for parking. I don't care. Like, she was like, I don't want to do the shuttle. But like the Montrealer that she is, she found street parking, which was free on Saturdays. And so we were half into a snowbank. It was because she has a Subaru, so she was like, I'm getting out of there, don't you worry. So she found parking near that area. It was like a 10-minute walk. It was great. We skated, then we looked at the snow sculptures because of course the snow sculptures were back for the first time in years. I think my friend works at Rideau Hall, and she said the snow sculpture was not just because of the weather, but also due to budget cuts.
Oh.
Yeah. So we did that. And then Sunday, both of my friends started doing cross-country skiing this year. So my friend Uva had brought her stuff. My friend Alex was like, let's fucking go. And they were like, oh, we can go to an area. We're going to go to an area and you can rent equipment if you want, Catherine. And I was like, you know what? That morning I woke up and I was like, I am a bit of a Debbie Downer. I'll be honest. Do they just have hiking trails? They were like, yeah. I was like, cool. Y'all go skiing. I'll go hiking because I don't have the spoons in me to like fucking fiddle with this equipment. And you guys trying to remind me how to ski because I haven't done that since I was like 15 years old. But the weather again was perfect, beautiful sunny day. So I walked for like 3 kilometers in the woods. The only thing is that day they were hosting a cross country skiing event. One of the biggest in Canada.
Oh, so once again, all the people
were there. So it's a small area. It's where I grew up actually. So if you're familiar with Gatineau, or what used to be called Hull, near where there's the Cégep, there's like a big area that has the entry to the Gatineau Park, like near Cité des Jeunes and Montbleu. Like I grew up there. So I was like, if we show up and they're like, oh no, there's no walking because the snow's not tapped enough, or you'd have to rent stuff or whatever you have to pay, I would have been like, I'm just going to go walk. I don't know, go see the house I grew up in, just have fun. But yeah, so I knew the area well, but everybody was there. And it was an international event. And the lady was calling, who was coming across the finish line, people from like St. John's, from Ottawa, from like United States. There was a guy from Czechoslovakia, some Finns. I was like, holy shit.
Wow.
This area is not very like busy, is my point. It's like I grew up there. It's like there's never like that many people. And there was like thousands of people. I was just like, oh my God. So I enjoyed my walk. And then I armed myself with patience and I bought a coffee at the little coffee place. It took like fucking 15 minutes. And then I went back outside. There was an area with like a fireplace and I just waited for my friends to be done their run. And that's it. We just kind of like hung out, watched a lot of Olympics. A lot of Olympics because my friends are like big into it. So, and my friend Alex has a 6-year-old daughter and she had a bunch of abandoned crafts. So I was just like, I just grabbed like, it was a carpet, like a mini carpet.
Yeah.
And you have like pieces of yarn and a hook and you kind of like tie the pieces of yarn and you make the unicorn image and it's kind of like paint by number with yarn. I did like fucking 6 rows of this shit while we were watching the Olympics. And I was just like, so how do they score this thing? Why are we excited about this guy? Who's this woman? And why the fact that she kind of like did a Mario Kart boost to pass the other snowboarder? Why is that so amazing? So it was great. It was a lot of fun. But like I came home last night and I was exhausted because we did a lot of sports.
Yeah.
A lot of outdoors, a lot of sun, a lot of fresh air, but it really helps. honestly. Just to see people, especially Alex and Martin, I hadn't seen like in years. It was really nice and to be back home where I grew up.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always weird because stuff's the same, but not.
But not. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Very, very trippy because you're like, that was a different store. And over there is like, that building didn't exist. And yeah.
Yeah, it's like that corner store I used to go to. It's still there. It's still called the Quickie. And next to it is still the Subway. But next to it was something else. Now it's a shawarma place. And then the bank that's there, like the small bank, is still there. And the library is also still there. There's a city library there. But then another business that was a dentist kind of closed and became like an optometrist. And I was just like, huh. All right.
Life goes
Same,
on.
but different.
Yeah. Joelle, what were you up to? Puppy stuff.
Oh, so much puppy stuff. So, like, we survived the first week. I kind of feel like barely. Like, we barely survived the first week. It's just, like, a lot of, like, initial, getting used to everything, getting used to her, like, understanding where, like, her personality and, like, our personalities. It's just, like, a lot. There's a lot of dynamics going along. And then, of course, like, people want to come meet her, which is really cute and sweet. But we were kind of a revolving door for guests, like, which was nice in one sense, but then also, like, I think we're a little tuckered out. Just of, like, the constant, like, people coming in, and then, we want to make sure that, like, they feel comfortable too, and so we're just making sure, like, they have, like, food and snacks, and also just, like, managing her, like, to kind of make sure that, like, okay, well, if someone's coming over in the afternoon, let's make sure, like, we've gone for enough walks, or, like, have had some playtime so she's not, like, so high energy and, like, kind of naughty. And so sometimes people came over and she was just, like, really sleepy, which was perfect because when she's really sleepy, she's like, I'm too tired to, like, do anything. So then she just, like, takes the pets, and, like, then she's really, like, really chill. So, yeah, but, like, today, like, I think we're just, like, a little worn out, which is good. Like, it's good to have all the people over, but we're like, okay, I think we had someone over Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday, I kind of just, like, crashed out. Friday, we had someone over. Saturday, we had people over. We had 2 guests on Saturday, and then we had people over on Sunday. So it's just like, I was like, ugh. And I think she's also, like, a little, like, how many people do you have over? Like, you have people over all the time. So, we also went to the vet. We had our first vet visit, which was good. And oh, they loved her at the vet. They just thought she was the sweetest thing, and, like, she is. And some of them have never seen a Beauceron, so they thought that was really cool. That's kind of like I don't think it's just a really common breed around here. I was gonna look up where in the States, like, 'cause I mean, I know they're not a common breed in the States, but I wonder, like, where they are when they're in the States. So that was really good. The vet said she looks great. Like, she was a good doggo and good pupper, and we have to take her back on Wednesday for some vaccines. And then puppy classes, and then yeah, and I actually did manage to get some gaming time in, which was kind of nice. So that was kind of fun. But yeah, we're just trying to kind of get everyone together, and it's been really fun shopping for toys. And my parents came over and they got her some toys, which was really nice. And it's, like, just kind of fun seeing what she likes and, like, what she gravitates towards. And like, she loves our shoes. Shoes are fun. Especially, like, the shoelaces. And so, like, I got her a toy that's like a roller skate, and I'm gonna put my foot in it. So hopefully she'll, like, go after that. So it's like, here, you can chew this shoe, but don't chew on the other shoes.
No.
And then I got her a little, like, tape, like that you can stick food in. But then, you know how, like, I'm sure we all did this with, like, tapes where you would, like, pull out the film, like, of, like,
like a Kodak, like.
Yeah, like a
or
codec.
cassette
Yeah,
tape.
like a cassette tape. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So like but then the little tape that you'd pull out are like shoestrings.
Oh,
So then she can chew on that like she's chewing on like cassette tape, and then some other games where she can like try to sniff and like find her kibble. She's really smart. We got her like a puzzle for like, I just thought, okay, like during the middle of the day, you can have a snack and like you can have a puzzle, and it's like an advanced puzzle. And I was like, well, let's just see. I'm like, I'll just throw it. Let's see what she does. And it's like the third time that I gave it to her. She's like, this is puzzles easy. Like she's pretty smart, and it has like a lot of like trap doors on it.
Yeah.
So like when you open it up, you can get the kibble. Well, she's figured out that if she picks up the whole thing with her mouth, all of them fall out. So then she's like, I'm gonna cheese this. Like, you think you got me? Like I got a cheat code, and I'm just gonna pick the whole thing up, and then everything falls out. And I was like, oh, all right. So yeah, she's pretty fun. She's really cute. People love her. She's doing a good job. Oh, I also felt kind of bad. My dad was over, and we went on a walk, and we were kind of showing off like her off leash skills. Like she's really good. She stays right by us. Like doesn't go too far. But when she came, she kind of runs forward a little bit, and then she like likes to run back because that's super fun. Then she went to jump on my dad, and she like grabbed his jeans. And then like he just kind of kept walking because we're just trying, we're just going to keep walking. And her tooth broke, one of her teeth. So one of her incisors broke off, and she didn't like do anything. Like she didn't yelp or nothing, and she seemed like totally fine. And we looked at it today, and it's broken, but it doesn't.
Yeah. Well, Gibson had watch it. Because Gibson, he had a chipped tooth too, and we ended up getting the tooth taken out because it started to go dark. So.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so just watch it.
Yeah. She is supposed to start. She'll lose teeth. Like, I mean, she's 10 weeks, so she should start losing teeth between now and 12 weeks, and they really start to fall off. So like, and then they said that usually incisors go first.
Okay.
So that would make sense at the front ones, but. Yeah, and she's going to the vet on Wednesday, so I'll have them also take a look at it. But we looked at it today, and like, she seems fine. Like she's not like.
It's just if it starts to go dark because you don't want to affect the tooth under. That's all. If it gets infected. Yeah, that's all.
Mm-hmm. So I was just like, what happened to your mouth?
Well, her teeth are bound to fall out. So it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Last week for me was chaos, so much work. So I literally like face planted a lot this weekend. Thank God for the extra day off. Watched so much Olympics, so much sports over the past little while. It's been amazing. I love the sports. It was a busy week in the Fantasy Critic. I think it's all due to the state of play that we'll end up talking about later. But man, it was a busy week, especially in the community one. Let's do a rundown first, the podcast league. There was one game that released. It was Mario Tennis Fever. It came out with a critic of 76 points of 6. That was on Joelle's list. And that was the only game that really released in last week. We've got bids that went through. Crimson Desert, which I believe was in the state of play. That was won by Kat with a bid of $3. And then Kina Scars of Cosmora, also in the state of play, which we will talk about in a bit. Joelle, you won that with a bid of $8. So congratulations.
Woo!
So when it comes to the podcast league right now, we continue to stay with Joelle in first because she's had 2 games released. Then Kat and myself. Over to the community league, and this is a long one, so I'll try and power through it fast. But we've had some action because games have released, and considering there's so many of us, there's definitely ones that were on folks' draft lists. So Reanimal, that was on Phoenix's list, critic of 82, points of 12. High on Life 2 was on Phoenix's list, critic of 76, points of 6. Additionally, counterpicked by Margot, unfortunately, minus 6 points from Margot there. Little Gator Game in the Dark, that's on Margot's list, currently needs more reviews. So, gonna have to wait and see how that one pans out. God of War, Sons of Sparta, God of War, Sons of Sparta, which was shadow dropped as a game during the state of play. Critic of 74, points of 4. Somehow Ross managed to grab that.
Wow.
I don't know how, considering it dropped right then and there.
I was going to bid on it, and then I had a warning saying it might not qualify. I didn't.
Hey, he did it, and we'll get into that in a bit because the chaos of bidding is down under all the points. So we'll get into that in a second. Mario Tennis Fever was on Joelle's list over here as well. Critic of 76, points of 6. Romeo is a Dead Man. Critic 74, points of 4. That was on Kat's list. It was counterpicked by NJK, so minus 4 points for NJK. That's actually not so bad in the grand scheme of losing points. Yakuza Kiwami 3 and Dark Tides, critic of 75, points of 5. That was on Fred's list. And Mugenics, critic of 89, points 19. That was on Darth Stridius. That was on Kyle's list. Mugenics is one that I've seen so many people talking about online right now. It's getting very, very, very high reviews and in conversation.
This is by the guy who did Binding of Isaac, and he kept that like flash game, stupid fun kind of like type of essence to Mugenics, and people are lapping it up.
Yeah, people
it looks
are
like
loving
stupid
it.
Fun.
Yeah, yeah, like breeding cats and then sending them out to do dungeons and stuff. It's interesting concept. Let's get into the bids because this is going to take a hot minute. Life of Strange Reunion was won by Phoenix. The bid is $7. People who also bid on it included Joelle, Kat, and Arya. Kina Scars of Cosmora. My God, I'm having a hard time today. And I didn't even have work. So there's no reason. Kina Scars of Cosmora was won by Offshore Meteor with a bid of $17. All the people who additionally bid on it was Joelle and Pat and Kyle and Phoenix and Arya. Castlevania Belmont's Curse, won by Ross, bid of $35. Big spender on that one. I mean, I'm not surprised because Kyle tried to buy it with $18. Offshore tried to buy it with $17. Pat tried to buy it with $15. Kat, you did $6. Joelle, you did $6. Ross ended up winning it. And then Darwin's Paradox, won by Phoenix with a bid of $8. Joelle and Kyle also tried to purchase it, but to no avail. So when it comes to, and of course I closed the wrong window. When it comes to the ranking right now, you're probably wondering where we stand. And currently, Phoenix is in first place. Then Ross, Kyle, Kat, Jessica, myself, Margot, Joelle, Fred, Stainsby Kingsby, and then Pat, Arya, Offshore, and NJK all do not have a game that have released. And that is the Fantasy Critic right now.
I can't believe I got nothing. And I thought I was being astute and on top of it, and I'm like, I got nothing.
Yeah. Oh well. That's how the game works.
How the cookie crumbles.
But at some point, all these people are going to have their lists all full, and it's going to be for the taking.
Yep.
Summer Game Fest. Coming hot.
Yep.
Speaking of games, what is everybody playing? Catherine, you must be close to finish to Baldur's Gate 3 now, eh?
Yeah. Honestly, I played easily 4 hours every day during my vacation. I'm coming towards the end in terms of companion quests. I only have Shadowheart to finish. Just before this podcast, Oren got. So Gortash is next. I'm fully into. I gave in to the dark urges. I am a murderous son of a bitch. But hey, Halson still wanted to hit it, so
dark urges be damned.
Oh yeah, that is one horny druid. But yeah, no, having a lot of fun, kind of just not thinking it, overthinking it, getting new achievements. Because there's something 300 achievements in this game, so I guess you have to you have to make a run with every decision. I think
yeah.
If you do Dark Urge runs, you either have to give in, probably one where you give in and one where you resist. stuff like that. So, but I'm not a completionist. I just think it's fun to like be like, oh, I didn't get that one. Nice. Like I can still get achievements. But yeah, I think like another 10 hours maybe. And I'll
Okay.
be 5 to 10 hours. I'm starting to peter out, to be honest. So I'm kind of like not doing a lot of the extra shit unless the gear is good. But right now, like my monk is fully equipped. Also, not just giving into the dark urges, but I gave into some of the illithid powers, and I can fly.
Oh.
And in Dungeons and Dragons, a monk who can fly, because a monk has a lot of movement speed. Nobody is safe from me.
Oh God.
I just show up.
Yo.
Like they're like, spellcasters, people with like bows and arrows. Not only can a monk kind of like deflect missiles, so you catch the arrow and you throw it back. I just show up and like, step of the wind dash, activate my little like psychic flying powers, just show up, and then yeah. I fuck shit up. I love it so much. I'm having so much fun with that. It is amazing. Great build, great combo. To the point where it's just like the other three are like, wait for us. Wait for me. I got little legs. So my monk is just like fucked off, just like, yeah. No, but it's great fun. I love these games where you can just make something completely different every time. So much replay value in these high fantasy games where you can make choices and stuff. But yeah, hoping it depends on how this week goes, if it's chill or not. Hoping that by next podcast I say I'm done and I've started Miles Morales.
Nice. All right. Joelle, what were you playing?
I was able to pick up a new video game for the first time of 2026. So I picked up the Cult of the Lamb DLC, Woolhaven.
Yeah.
And it is super fun. So you have to beat the base game before you can play this DLC, I think, which is pretty common for a DLC. But they had so many expansions already. But it worked out pretty seamlessly, like to jump back into the save file that I had and to unlock the DLC. So there's a few tasks that you have to do to unlock it, which I think was nice just because I had to kind of like remember like what I was doing because I totally forgot. And like,
yeah,
I was kind of surprised too that like the cult was still as I had left it. It's like that was also kind of nice. So
it wasn't like Animal Crossing where they're like, we haven't seen you for 4 years.
Yeah, no, they're just like, welcome back. They're like, we're hungry. You haven't fed us. So it's great because it is a beefy DLC. It's basically giving you backstory to the lamb, the main protagonist that you play. And it introduces a new season of winter for the cult, which then obviously your cult followers like get cold and you have to build new stuff to keep them warm. There's new rituals that you can do in order to keep them like happy and warm. And there's new mechanics in the simming where like you can have people be a leader or a chef just to help do some of that maintenance, like so you can go off and do the dungeons and have a good time. So there's a winter aspect, and then there's also the dungeons. You have to climb up a mountain in order to unlock the story, and the mountain is full of rot. So they kind of went with the rot storyline of just like clearing out the rot and then understanding more of the story as it unfolds. There's new characters, there's new side quests, it's new art. It's really, really good so far. Like this is really, really great DLC. Like I hope it gets the good attention that it deserves. And I like how the DLC, like the music is similar enough to that it's Cult of the Lamb, but it's also really fresh and really different. So it kind of inspires you to understand that this is a different space that the protagonist is kind of going into. It also unlocks a ranching system. So you can have animals. So that is also kind of fun that they entered in not only just like new mechanics for your cult and things to do there, but then just a whole new, like, you can have yaks now. And yaks produce things that, milk and wool and all this other stuff that you have to provide for your followers and things like that. And then there's also new types of followers. Like there's followers that are rot based and they behave differently than like normal cult followers. And so like the rot followers will live shorter, but they give you more they give you more specialized drops and they do things faster. So that's also kind of fun. They really they really expanded this game. It's like I'm playing like a Cult of the Lamb 2 almost. Like they kind of almost gave you like a whole nother game to play in this DLC. So that's been super fun. I've been playing it as Ripley's been sleepy, and so she'll sleep on the couch, and I can get in a few rounds of dungeons and of cult management and like all those types of things. So it's been really fun. So I'm glad I'm experiencing it.
Wicked. I might have to pick that up.
It's really fun.
I ended up playing more of Cast and Chill. Do you guys remember me talking about that like late last year? Yeah, it came out on the Switch. So I hadn't really dug into it too much, played a little bit of it. But considering how chaotic my week was, I kind of wanted something really low, like effort is the easiest way I could say it.
Yeah.
Plus, a TV was occupied most of the weekend with Olympics on it.
Of course.
So this was like perfect. I've played through, I would say, a significant chunk of it now. And the concept of the game is essentially like you go out and catch fish, and the mechanics all work where certain fish are only available in certain areas. You have different types of bait, which have certain fish like certain types of bait. Bait can be big, small. You have different rods. I entered a space that was ice fishing, which was really cool, and couldn't like get into it until I actually purchased a snowmobile. So like instead of just like going, because the way that it works is almost like a side scroller. You have a certain each area on the map that you land in, you end up kind of in your boat on the dock. You and your dog end up, taking the boat out as far as you want. You can only go so far down the right side or left side or the opposite side of the dock. And then, you drop your fishing line down and kind of snoop around. And as the line goes down, you can see different fish and they move differently. There's different sizes of them. It's quite apparent what ones are small, which ones are big. And yeah, as you go down, you learn what they are, and then you can look up what they like to catch. And that's it. The mechanic for catching is like super simple. Essentially just wait for the fish to be attracted to the lure. It bites on it and then it fights you. There's a part where, the line can snap if you don't let go and it's pulling too hard, right? And so you wait for those to pass. And it's like super telegraphed when that's happening. Visually, you see these bubbles. You also see or feel the physical in the controller. So it's like super easy to say, okay, I need to let go at this point.
Yeah.
But like, unless that happens, or if you're trying to catch a fish that's way too heavy for the line or the fishing rod that you currently have, you kind of won't lose a fish. So yeah, it's just like going as a collectathon, and cute. Beautiful graphics. This might be some of the nicest pixel art I've ever seen.
I remember being thoroughly impressed by the art.
Yeah, it's like there's a daytime change mechanic too. There's, dawn, dusk, middle of the day, and night. And of course, certain fish are only biting or available at certain times for certain ones. Most of the common ones, you get them all the time, but there's a few rare ones. If you want to get the biggest size, you got to be at the right time of day. And just hitting the button to change time of day is so gorgeous, because like the whole scene changes, and watching the sky kind of roll over and your little character and your dog in the boat kind of like snooze.
Oh,
It's so cute.
Aw.
I really like it. If you are looking for something, a type of game that's just like really low effort, but just like that kind of soothing, it's perfect for playing while you're watching something else like the
Mhm.
Olympics.
Mhm.
It's given me the itch now that because Pokapia doesn't come out until after birthday weekend and Mike and I are going away, I think I'm going to go and get Dredge because it's also on
Oh, yeah.
sale.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
And like
Mhm.
I read that like you can get through that in like 8 to 10 hours if you
Yeah.
wanted to. So
Yeah.
like I think I might do that. And
Yeah.
so I have something. I kind of in the fishing game itch right now.
Nice.
It got me hooked.
Ah.
Bad puns. Bad puns. It's time for a podcast game, because we like video games. Kat is going to quiz us today. Kat's heroic franchises. She's going to give us 2
Ooh.
franchises. We have to tell her which ones have the most entries in those franchises. This is very much derived from the PlayStation State of Play.
Yes,
Oh,
because
boy.
there was a lot of like hero franchises in there, like
Yeah.
big.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna put you 2 franchises. Which one you think has the most entries? I'm not including remakes, remasters, reissues,
Okay.
but I am including spin-offs,
Okay.
Oh.
mobile
Okay.
games, in
Mhm.
certain case, education games, in
Okay.
certain cases, fucking slot machines,
Hmm.
Pinko or Panko, whatever it's called. If they made a video game, it's in there.
Okay.
Pinball
But I'm not-
machines count?
Yeah.
Listen, some of
Joking.
them. And also, I went down the list and counted manually on Wikipedia, so my numbers might be slightly inaccurate.
All right.
We all know
Mm.
math is
Close
not my strong.
enough.
But I mean, it's not like the numbers are like, oh, this one has like 1 and this one has like, there's a fair difference.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So, first of all, God of War or Silent Hill? Which one of these
Ugh.
2 franchises released more games?
Oh boy. Because Silent Hill, is the new one that we're going to talk about, the new trailer, is that like 4?
Silent Hill has to be more than that.
By the way, don't mix up Silent Hill and Resident Evil.
No.
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 Yeah.
No.
Well, that,
I feel like there's been more Silent Hills. But God of War has had 3 kind of the original ones, then the 2 kind of Corey, what was his name? Corey, who was the director?
Yeah.
Corey, yeah.
Yeah, Balrog. His, and then I think, I don't know if it was 1 or 2 sidesteps on PSP.
I think
where are you leaning now, Joelle?
I think now, I mean, I don't know the extent of the Silent Hill franchise, but are you also including like film?
No, just games.
So then I will say God of War, because I think Silent Hill has mostly been, I think it's mostly been bigger, like AAA releases.
But here's the thing. Aren't they Konami?
Yeah, they are
Konami makes everything into some sort of slot machine and Planko machine and whatever. And for that reason, I think I'm going to have to say Silent Hill.
Okay, I bet she's right. All right.
It is indeed Silent Hill. God of War has 12 entries. Silent Hill has 17.
12 entries on God of War.
Yeah, because they have all the ones, like you said, there was PSP stuff, PS Vita.
Yeah, okay, true, yeah.
Yeah.
If I open though. Woof.
And Silent Hill 17, wow.
17.
There's even God of War, A Call from the Wilds, that was made for Facebook.
Hey, gotta love them Facebook games. God damn it, don't send
Oh.
me another Farmville invite. Remember when that was a thing?
Yep.
Yes. I
Oh my
totally
gosh.
forgot about that.
Sorry to remind you.
So
Wow, that
So-
brought me back.
yeah, so
Woo!
I found out that through this that Silent Hill F is actually a spin-off and not a main Silent Hill game.
Oh, okay.
Like the main Silent Hill games kind
Oh.
of stopped like in 2012, and everything they've been doing ever since has been considered a spin-off.
Oh. Huh.
So
Neat.
That's fascinating.
Was Silent Hill Kojima? No.
I think so, yes.
Is it?
Originally?
At one point, I think he did. Didn't he do PT?
He did. Yeah.
Kojima does
looking
everything.
for his name.
Kojima. If it's weird, it's Kojima.
If it's weird, it might be him. Okay, I'm looking up Silent Hill and I'm getting Hideo Kojima.
Yeah, it was PT was developed by Kojima Production using the Fox engine in collaboration with Hideo Kojima
Makes
and
sense.
film
There you
director
go.
Guillermo del Toro.
Okay.
Oh, that makes even more sense.
Featuring
still
actor
have it.
Norman Reedus.
Norman Reedus.
I still have it on my
Hey.
PlayStation 4.
Ooh.
All
Yeah.
right, next one, Kat.
All right, so Silent Hill or Metal Gear Solid, speaking of Kojima.
Oh my God.
I'm still saying Silent Hill.
17. So you think Metal Gear Solid has had less than 17?
Maybe. I don't know. Feels like a lot of Metal Gear.
I'll just foil you and I'll say Metal Gear.
All right, Kat, what is it?
It's Metal Gear Solid with 24.
Woo!
24!
We're talking about
damn
slot
that.
machines and shit.
Tsunami.
That is where it comes the slot. I was like, what is a slot machine? But
Well,
I guess.
Well, Metal Gear has a lot of like main games, right? Because you have like Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 3, Metal Gear Solid 4, Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes, and Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain.
What's the triangle one?
Delta.
Those are the newest ones.
The newest ones.
And on top of that, like I skipped like the Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1 and 2 because I consider those remakes.
Yeah, I would call those remakes too.
So yeah, there's Metal
Holy
Gear
cow.
Solid Touch that was for iOS.
Touch.
There's Metal Gear Solid VR missions
Oh, VR.
for
I
the
just love
for
that
the
it's called
PlayStation.
Metal Gear Solid Touch.
That
They have
feels
Metal Gear
weird.
Solid Portable Ops.
That makes my
Ops?
spine tingle in a way I
know.
don't like.
Gear Solid Mobile, but yeah, Metal Gear Solid Touch is like
No.
such a like first generation iOS game name.
I
Hilarious.
know.
Yeah, you can
Well,
touch the screen.
Even like the Nintendo DS had a lot of games that were something touch, right?
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. You could touch it. Touch it.
Yeah.
Touch it.
All right. Metal Gear Solid or Metal Gear in general, or Resident Evil.
Oh, that has to be Resident Evil. That has to be Resident Evil.
What? But 24?
Oh, I believe Resident Evil is gonna be in the 30s.
All right, let's go with Joelle on the Resident Evil.
It is Resident Evil with 26.
Oh,
my
so
gosh.
close. Oh my gosh.
Oh
yeah.
my god.
Oh
my
milking that cow for all that it's worth.
Yeah.
This-
Is PT as part of that?
No, PT Silent Hill.
Oh, right. Sorry.
That was part of Silent Hills.
That's true.
I counted it in Silent Hills.
Okay. That's what I was
17
wondering.
games.
Okay. Cool.
Oh.
All right. Resident Evil or Rayman?
I have no idea.
I'm going to say Resident Evil. I can't
Yeah.
think Rayman has that many.
Well, Rayman has 24.
Okay.
Wow.
So they're two
that's-
games
Damn.
short because Resident
Damn.
Evil
way
is
more.
26.
Damn.
Wow.
Because they
damn.
have like Rayman Zikti to teach French kids to write.
Oh, that's
They had
funny.
like Rayman Junior English to teach English like 1 through 4.
Aw,
Nice.
I love that.
They
That's
also
cute.
had like random fucking iOS and GBA games and stuff like that. So
Rayman
Nice.
Touch. I just feel like I'm gonna say touch now after stuff just to make
Yeah.
me feel uncomfortable. I'm just like,
Oh,
God.
let me see. And actually, I didn't include the Rabbids but Rabbids is actually part of the
technically.
Rayman.
Is
Yeah.
part of Rayman,
Okay,
yeah.
that could have blown it out of the water.
Because they used to be
Yeah.
called Rayman Raving Rabbids.
Yep, and now they're just the
Yeah.
Rabbids.
But I didn't include them just because
It's
I thought I
all
was
coming
like,
together.
it's kind of like standalone now. But you have like
Yeah, I
Rayman
guess.
Designer, Rayman Dicté, Rayman CP, Rayman Activity Center, Rayman Maternelle, which is the French word for daycare. No, not daycare.
Aw.
Kindergarten. My
Oh my
first
gosh.
Rayman
Oh my
Junior
gosh.
English. There's Rayman
Aw.
M, Rayman Rush, Rayman Golf, Rayman Bowling, Rayman Garden,
Oh my god.
I love this.
Rayman
love this for
Fiesta
him.
Run.
I love this for Rayman. Way to go, sir. Like, way to just, like, become the Barney for
Yeah.
French children. Like, I love it. Like, good for him.
But still, Kojima
But
made
still
more.
doesn't beat Kojima.
No, Resident Evil is not Kojima, but there's more Resident Evil than Rayman.
Oh,
yeah.
that's right. Resident Evil. Yeah.
And finally,
Okay.
Resident Evil or Castlevania.
Oh, Castle. I'm going to say
Castlevania.
Castlevania.
Castlevania has a whopping 53 in.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yo.
They
Soon
made,
to be one more.
Yeah.
I mean, since the original release in 1986.
Wow. 86?
Wow.
It's a year older than me.
Oh my god.
Yeah, wow.
Oh my god.
And I
yeah.
didn't, of course, I didn't include the reissues.
Holy
Right.
cow.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Who owns Castlevania?
Some rich guy.
So, Konami.
It's Konami too.
Konami,
It's
yeah.
Konami, yeah.
Yeah. So they have like spin-off, like Kid Dracula is a Castlevania spin-off.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
So Konami Fighting is 2008 for developers. M2, Mercury Steam, and then Kojima Productions, and then publishers Konami. Platforms are genres are platforms, Metroidvania, action adventure, action roleplay, hack and slash.
Yeah.
I mean,
So,
it made a genre.
yeah.
Vania
And
and Metroidvania is Castlevania.
it's Castlevania.
It's Metroid
yeah.
and Castlevania.
yeah, it is a
uh-huh.
genre.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Crazy.
and they have a lot of slot machines. They're the ones that are like busting. But even if I took out the slot machines, like the Pachinko slot and stuff, it's still like 40 some games.
Dang.
So
Wow.
yeah, there's like mobile games and stuff for like consoles that were just in Japan. It's
Wild.
yeah, it's a big franchise. So yeah. That was Heroic Franchises.
Lovely. Thank you, Catherine.
I do think that's kind of like, maybe in a weird way, like just sweet that like these franchises have been around since the late 80s and like they're just so like, and they're still coming out with, I mean, I don't know. I just think like, aw.
Yeah, I wonder if Rayman is older because Rayman is also the 80s. No, it's never mind. It's 1995. So Castlevania is even older than Rayman.
Wow.
Mhm.
All right, ladies, let's get into news of the week, where we'll be talking about that their PlayStation Direct. See you in a second. And we're back. It's time to talk about the February 2026 edition of the PlayStation State of Play, which happened, I want to say Thursday evening, but I was so tied up in work stuff that I didn't watch it until the weekend. Catherine and Joelle, did you guys catch this live?
God, no, it's an hour long. Of course I waited to watch it on 2X.
How about you, Joelle?
I caught it live because my workday ended like right, and then I was just at my desk. So I'm like, well, I'm just gonna watch it. So I went into the I went to the Discord and watched it with Phoenix and Darth, and so we watched it together.
Sweet. Comparing this to the Nintendo one that we had the week prior, I can say that there was a lot more in here that was of interest to me. Some really cool things popped up. A lot of repeats that we've seen in other things. So I thought, ladies, maybe we could go through and just say things that we saw in here that intrigued us. And then, if there's anything that really set you off that you weren't interested in, or any other comments, we can dig into that too. So, Catherine, what were you thinking after watching this on 2x speed?
First of all, of course, Control Resonant. I was like,
Okay, that looked
Yes.
wicked.
So
yeah,
good. Yeah.
yeah. Honestly, like that's what I wanted out of Control Resonant. When I saw that they were like, "Oh, you're gonna play like the first game, Control, the protagonist, you're gonna play her brother. She had a gun. He has like a melee weapon."
Yeah.
I'm just like, yeah. God of War that shit.
Yeah.
And invest into your creepy powers and whatnot. And I'm just like, and I watched the trailer and, like compared to like speaking of Silent Hill, the next game that they teased,
Yeah.
like I saw the start of it and I was like, oh, that looks good. This protagonist I want to play that. And then I went to full horror and I was like, can't play this. Watch Control Resident and I was like, I can play this. Like I can, it's on the teetering on the spoopy, but if I can finish Control, I think I can finish Control Resident.
I am really intrigued because it looked like what they were showing us was gameplay, right?
Yeah.
Because we were seeing a lot of fighting and stuff.
Yep.
There were moments, though, that I'm really curious to see what it's going to look like because they're really playing with a lot of motion blur and like rainbow refracting and like like light flares and things like that. I am very curious to see how that's going to pan out in the end and if it's going to cause motion issues. Did they have that a lot in the last game?
Not so much, but also you were more like it was a third-person shooter.
True.
So you didn't do a lot of melee, but a lot of that stuff you can turn off. Like motion blur, a lot of games you can just turn off.
Yeah. So the first thing I do, I'm just like, remove motion blur, remove camera shake.
It looks so pretty.
Yeah.
When you finally went to the Remnant or whatever it's called. Resonant. Yeah. When they finally got into that and then they started seeing parts of that battle and you're just like, whoo. And I like that skill that you can like flip gravity, it looks like, and walk on walls. It felt very Inception of like world folding in on world. You know what I mean?
I remember in the first Control, you can invest into a power so that you could hover and kind of fly.
Okay.
Which got really clutch. But it wasn't like, like I'm Iron Man and I'm flying whatever. Like you really had to manage it, right?
Okay.
In this, it really looks like you're going to use those powers to get to where you need to go, but also to like follow the world that's like all fucked up. And yeah. And in terms of like motion sickness or whatever, if they get the camera right, like God of War never made me motion sick.
Okay.
The combat never did. If I could make myself motion sick if I like looked around the world too fast looking for treasures and shit.
That was me too, yeah.
But if they have good camera work, I can turn off a lot of the effects on the motion blur. And if they have like a reticle, the dot.
The dot.
The dot.
I'll be fine.
Need the dot.
Yeah,
I didn't have any issues with the first Control. So.
Okay. All right. Good stuff. Anything else intrigue you?
Crimson Moon.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know what this is. Because like, I'm excited for Beasts of Reincarnation, but we looked at it for the Xbox One and we're like, hey, we're still on PlayStation. I'm like, cool.
And we got a date.
Yes.
We got a date with that one, which we hadn't gotten the other one. But Crimson Moon, that looked
that came out of left field, and I was like, oh my god, this like has the very gothic look, like Dark Souls, Castlevania, like that kind of stuff. But the gameplay looks like the kind of shit I like. So it looks just like the type of gameplay you see in Skyrim and Avowed, stuff like that. You just get to be a badass knight. And you can play co-op, apparently. You can play with a friend. So I was actually pleasantly surprised about that one. I was like, I have no idea what this is, but this looks cool as shit.
Yeah,
cool.
It's fun.
Joelle, anything you saw really intrigued you?
Well, they started off with a bang in my mind by giving us the new Kina, Scars of Cosmora. I was like, whoa, what is this? I'm actually really happy because it looks like they really expanded a lot on the first one, because the first one I played, I almost finished it, but I didn't because I just found it so repetitive, and I didn't like it. The story didn't like totally grab me, but the mechanics were fun. It was gorgeous game. And when I was looking at the trailer for Scars of Cosmora, I actually got a little bit of like Jack and Daxter vibes, just of like some of the coloring, some of the style, but obviously like more updated and more modern. I love that she has a mount. Like I think they really, I think that I'm really excited for this.
The way that they phrased that, so there was a character that kind of looked like a cross of like a Leafeon and an Eevee. Like it was like half, like it really looked like that fox kind of creature with like the green tail and everything. And the way they phrased about like creatures, I don't think that's going to be the only one we encounter.
Yes.
Because they made it sound like it was plural. But it's fascinating seeing that studio's trajectory. Remember when they made that Majora's Mask video,
the movie,
trailer
the short,
thing,
the short movie,
that everybody's losing their minds over because they were like, "Oh my god, are they making an actual Zelda movie?" And then they made that game, which was like beautiful, but yes, you could totally tell it was the beginnings, but still pretty amazing. And now they're really digging in, and you're getting to see like the fruits of their labor of their education, and as they build this world out. Kat, you now have a PlayStation 5. I'm pretty sure it was on PlayStation 5, wasn't it, Joelle, the original game?
Yeah. It was one of the first drops of PlayStation 5 to help showcase the graphics and everything. So
it was a launch title, I think.
Yeah,
it was.
Kat,
It was a launch
you should
title.
if you get an opportunity, just to tinker on that one, just so you can see, because like it was impressive.
It was impressive. I liked, like, I really enjoyed where they were going. I just didn't, it was just something I think where I was like, I like this. I just didn't see it through, but I did like what they were doing.
Anything else?
Yes. I think to my, like, kind of surprise, I was also very intrigued by Darwin's Paradox.
Oh, the one with the like the
little
octopus.
Squid
The
or octopus.
octopus,
And you're like
yeah.
trying to go along and hide as you like it's like a platform game with like a hiding mechanic instead
It's a
of
stealth game.
It's a stealth game. So it's a cinematic, puzzling platformer adventure where you play as an unlikely hero navigating a dangerous world filled with strange sea creatures, environmental puzzles, and unexpected visitors. But it's a stealth where you play this little octopus, and I'm not exactly sure what the whole like storyline is, but it seems like you probably got to go save someone or get from one place to the other. But it looks adorable, and I was just like the whole time I'm like, where is this like, what is this? Like, this looks great. So I think I'd have a lot of fun just trying to sneak around it. It kind of reminded me of Inside, the game Inside, which I did not like. Like, that game was scary, and the ending was horrible. Like, oh my gosh,
people love that game.
But I loved the puzzles. I loved the puzzles of Inside. Like, I found it really fun. So if it's not as scary, I'm like, oh, if it's not quite as scary as that, then I think I'm going to enjoy it.
Well, you can go give it a spin now because there's a demo available.
That's right.
And the content is based on Metal Gear Solid, because like they did this little like sneaky thing where he was under a box, which makes total sense because of the nature of this game. But yeah, you give that a spin, and then it got a release date of April 2nd. That's not that far away.
Soon. I know. It'll have to be my Pocopia, my Pocopia cleanser, maybe.
Yeah,
so,
maybe. Oh, okay, sidetrack for a little bit. Lots of people got hands-on with Pocopia last week, and all of the like previews are dropping. I am so excited. People are saying really good things.
Yeah. I'm with you. I wasn't sure, like, watching the first trailer that we got, but then after watching some people and some of the reviews, I was like, I think this might be my first Pokemon game. I don't know.
There you go. I was kind of on the fence on First Light, I'm not gonna lie. But then the trailer that they showed felt so much like a James Bond movie.
So
I am in. This is like Uncharted levels of I'm in.
Yeah.
I can't wait to play this. It is going to be fun playing like the entry beginning stories of James Bond.
Yep.
So much fun. I'm excited. That I'm trying to remember. That's pretty soon coming too, isn't it?
Yes, that is. Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's okay. So we can't forget a dog.
Yeah, I think it is. It is soon. I was trying to find the release time.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
May 27th. Like,
ooh, that's not that far.
No.
And then the other one that I was intrigued by, and I must have been like on a movie path or something, the John Wick game.
Yes.
I was watching that.
Keanu
in it. I was watching it. Oh, and I just bopped the microphone in my face because I got that excited about Keanu Reeves.
Valid.
Valid indeed.
Yeah.
You're beautiful. Yeah.
You're beautiful.
Watching that trailer as it was starting, because obviously we didn't know really what it was, but watching that trailer and you just seeing him move and the way that they like shadowed his face too. That was pretty cool. The only thing is there cannot be any scenes about dogs getting killed or anything like that, as that was his kind of raison d'etre that got him kind of going in the first game. So there should be none of that, please and thank you. But elsewise, I'm like, let's do this. All these like movie show spin-off games.
Honestly, I feel like John Wick's one of the easiest to bring to the video game world.
Yeah.
But yeah, once that trailer started being like, you must be well suited for movement, and you see this guy like pummeling people and just like, dispensing cans of whoop ass, I'm like, this is John Wick. This is John Wick.
Yeah.
But when they get to the end and you see the face and you hear Keanu's voice, I was like, and they have Keanu. Oh, they have Keanu.
Of course. You can't do it without Keanu. You can't.
Who else, though? I'm trying to think, like, he's been ported into so many video games. Like, who?
Like,
I'm just
as himself kind of deal?
I'm
or
just
like
trying to
something...
think. I'm just trying to think of, like, what other celebrity has been...
He has been in other games besides Cyberpunk?
Well, it's just like his visual in games.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of rare to have like multiple.
Matrix?
Like, he's got two. Yeah, and he's in the Matrix. Yeah, that's
He's
true.
in the Matrix
video game.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Wasn't Kevin Spacey in one of the?
He was in
Call
the
of
Mass
Duty.
Effect.
Call of Duty. Yeah.
And he was in Mass Effect, wasn't he?
Really?
Oh no, was that no? It was not Kevin Spacey. It was Oh no, it was a Martin. Oh no, who was the guy who played President in West Wing? Oh no,
Martin Sheen.
Martin Sheen. Martin Sheen
Yeah,
was in Mass Effect.
They
He was in
both
Mass
play,
Effect.
I can
That's
see
true,
the correlations of where you were drawing the dots because they
Yeah.
both played the president.
Okay, there. I was like, yeah.
Elsewise, ladies, anything else? Kind of curious placements, things that you were surprised by. They showed a lot. It was over an hour long.
They showed a lot.
I'm Project Windless by
what is that?
Craft in Montreal, where it was like, this is what they call like a wushu, like Dynasty Warriors, where you just kind of like go like fucking plow through armies, but you're a giant chicken.
It is the most buff chicken I've ever seen in my entire life. Like when it dropped, and I was like, "Is this like comical or something? Is this the realistic version of the bird characters in the Zelda franchise?" Because that's what it was giving me vibes of.
What in the Family Guy Dynasty Warrior fever dream is fucking this?
Because when you saw
I want to play it.
When the first thing came up and you saw this lady who looked humanoid enough. Do you know what I mean? That you're just like, oh, she must be some kind of god or like alien or something like that. And then you see the chicken man drop out of nowhere. Like,
the very buff
like,
and very sexy and very conventionally attractive with angry face chicken man.
Yeah.
Like when you think about like all the cliche video game male protagonists, like no names, kind of like faceless, just kind of like they did that, but the chicken version. And I'm like, what the fuck?
It could like the thumbnail for the YouTube video for the trailer shows the chicken character. And literally if you swapped out the chicken for Kratos, it would have looked fine. You know what I mean? Like, even in the outfit he's got.
Too funny.
Anything else?
I think that's pretty much it for me. A lot of stuff was like updates, like
Yeah.
updates on Resident Evil Requiem, updates
Marathon?
on Seros, updates on Marathon, that they
Did
have their
we-
server slam coming.
Did we know about the Ghost of Yotai multiplayer?
We assumed it was incoming. I think
Yeah,
because we got in
okay.
the last game.
They
Got
teased
one,
it.
So
They had teased
No,
that
that's right. They teased it. Okay, I
Yeah.
couldn't. I was like, wait, did I know about this or
Mm.
not? I couldn't quite remember.
Yeah. The God of War trilogy remake, that's really cool. I think because they're bringing back old games.
Mm-hmm.
I'm intrigued by that game Rev Noir. It's like an RPG, but I don't know if it's like it's not. I don't know if it's RPG in the turn-based action. I think it's like an action RPG, not the turn-based ones. But like the concept of it, it's like a deadly phenomenon known as lightfall, which instantly kills anyone it touches. Like that's an interesting concept. Yeah, but I don't think it's the type of. I want to play a turn-based RPG. Not an action RPG. Yeah, lots of
Wait,
stuff.
You want to play a turn-based, or you
Hell
don't
yeah,
want to play?
I don't.
Okay.
I do. I'm not really good at the action battle ones.
I
like,
see.
Yeah, I like the other
I
ones.
think it's going to be the action because it reminded me actually a lot of Xenoblade.
Yeah,
It does
did feel
kinda look like
that.
it,
Really
Yeah.
like Xenoblade Chronicles. Yeah,
very much so. Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of other games we didn't even talk about, like Yakoi, Shinobi Ops, Star Wars Galactic Racer, which Mike just happened to be watching when I was watching that, and I was like, let's try that in your sim rig.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Imagine.
Wow. That's so cool.
Yeah, the Silent Hill Townfall, the intro of it was really cool. And then when I realized it was a Silent Hill, I was like, nope, gonna have to watch someone play that. We got more Sorrows, Resident Evil Requiem, Rayman 30th Anniversary Edition, Pragmata, which we had seen before, Neva Prologue, which we've seen before, Mina the Howler, which I feel like we've seen before too.
Yep.
Which is the Yacht game, sorry. The Shovel Knight studio is making that. Yeah, there's a ton. There's even more that we haven't even talked about. Very, very good state of play.
Yeah, it was a great state of play.
But like I liked how they
packed,
but then also the order of the ones that they showed. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like I feel like they placed them in the right orders. They popped this off in the beginning, and then we got the shadow drop of the God of War game that came out
trilogy.
Sons of Sparta.
Sons of Sparta.
Yep.
Yeah, which was available right now. Yeah, that was a great direct. It gave me a new faith in directs.
Yeah, I think this one had a good diversity of types of games.
Yeah, I think that's the kicker. It needs to have a good diversity of types.
Because there was a lot of like horror, because there was Silent Hill and Resident Evil, but there was also like a bit of Japanese stuff like Rev Noir or whatever, but there was like way more diversity in terms of like genres and studios and game size. So yeah, that one was definitely more exciting for me than the Nintendo one. The Nintendo Partner Direct definitely wasn't. Like I was like, maybe there's one thing I want to play, but I won't buy a Switch 2 for it.
Yeah.
Now we'll just have to wait and see when they're going to announce that they're doing a Pokemon Day Direct, which should come.
That's got to be soon.
Not this Friday, but next Friday. All right. With that, I think we are done this here podcast for the week. If you want to read up on all the things that were announced at the PlayStation State of Play, you can go to girlsongames.ca for the show notes and that link, which Catherine puts together for us every week. Thank you very much, Kat, for doing that. If you want to rate and review this podcast where you are consuming it, that would be much appreciated. Why? It helps move us up in discovery systems, up in the rankings, and comments help us build our show. Thank you to Kat. Thank you, Joelle, for being on the show with me this week. This is the moment where I ask them to shout out their social media. So you can follow them anywhere and everywhere online. Catherine, where can people find you?
Yeah, for little photos of my trip to Ottawa, I'm CSDSBANS on Instagram and Blue Sky, but I'm always shooting the shit in the Girls on Games Discord.
Joelle, where can we see more pictures of Ripley?
So Ripley actually has her own Instagram
No!
account.
Oh,
Yes.
Stop the presses. Where are we
We
going?
both grabbed our phones.
You sure did. I was like, wow. Ripley the Boss on
Nice.
on Instagram. And I can also post it.
L-E-Y.
L-E-Y.
Is it all one word?
It's like underscore the Boseron. Kat just followed her.
Yeah. The
can't-
algorithm was like, this is the account you're looking for. And I was like, sure is.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
There you go.
And
Me too.
Yeah, so you'll be able to I'll still post on my personal, which is Joelle Lauren 87. I also will post some on Blue Sky at Joelle Lauren, but trying not to post spam post in the Girls on Games Discord. You should come and check it out. We're a good group.
Wicked. And I'm Leah Jewer on most social media platforms, but of course, you want to know everything there is to know about Girls on Games. You can track us down at The Girls on Games on X and Facebook, just Girls on Games on Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, TikTok, and more. Discord.me/Girls on Games to continue this conversation and more. But if you ever need to know anything at all, you can track it down at our home base. That's our website, girlsongames.ca. Thank you, Kat. Thank you, Joelle. It's been another lovely week in video games, and I'm off to go catch more fish. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.